Yo, Oblivion reveal.
They would take it to the tower. They're behind us. This ends here.
You hold our future in your hands. Take with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
I mean, for a reveal so far, and okay.
Find him and close shut the jaws
At least show me the gameplay.
of Oblivion.
Tada, finish, the end. Bleh. Scam.
Here we are 20 years later. When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond
Yo, it's
game
Todd.
franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about
I
the
mean,
Elder
technically,
Scrolls is being able to
nowadays,
look back at
remaster,
all of
remake
the
not that far
chapters,
pun.
Skyrim,
Macam
Oblivion,
Ninja
Morrowind,
Gaiden.
Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to
Just that kau tak nak buat game baru. Kadang-kadang remake kau buat baru. A different game. Macam FF7 remake is a different
Fans
game.
got so connected with the worlds we've made
So,
and these stories we're telling.
Technically,
and
remaster
really
is the same
amazing.
game, new graphic.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and
Technically.
for how we make games as a studio. I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place.
Technically, I
You
did not
want
play Oblivion.
Some
So.
of that old charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world,
Come on, come
and
on.
also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with
Itu
these people,
different.
like it's really special.
Nexus.
Yeah, there are still quite
Itu
a
bila
few
kau
people
implement
that
pay to
I've
win.
worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets me the most
Untuk game yang
is
dah
the
berbayar,
music.
orang tak nak
Like, when you
jadi
hear
pay
that
to win.
music
Unless
at the
game
main
tu free
menu,
lain
there's
cerita
just
lah
like-
kan.
There's this like flood of nostalgia.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am
Faster, faster.
as an individual, as a game developer.
Wow,
It all
top tier
starts with
graphic.
this.
Oh my god, looks so
I
real.
don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these
Kau tahu
worlds
cara
and
lama
having players be able to come
announcement
back
game
and
kan,
experience that
macam stylo
is
gila.
really amazing.
Kat event apa semua macam stylo.
We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time. What that
Sekarang
meant
just
to this
tunjuk
game.
online.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's what if we could give that moment to
I mean
everybody?
dulu nampak stylo tapi tak dapat pergi lah kan.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor.
Original 2006 footage.
But for all these years,
Almost 20
I've
years
never been
Next year
the
maknanya dah
ruler of
20
my
years
own
Oblivion.
rulers.
Choo.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion,
19 years.
beyond
Wow.
which no waking eye may see.
Asal almost macam Ian McKellen ni. Suara, muka. Almost. It's Gandalf. It looks promising and pelik tau, diorang sempat nak buat ni Elder Scroll 6 tak siap-siap lagi. And
Whether you're reliving these moments
Diorang
or
sempat buat
experiencing
ni.
them for the first time, the world of Oblivion
Elder Scrolls 6 tak
Remastered
ada khabar.
immediately looks
Aku
and
pernah main
feels
Oblivion tak?
incredible.
Aku pernah main
When
Morrowind
we
sedikit.
decided to remaster
Aku
Oblivion,
main Skyrim
we were
500
really
jam.
picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it
Diorang suruh
right.
company lain remaster
Our
Most
partners
likely,
at
maybe.
Virtuous went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here has been hard at work
Online
delivering the best
single
remastered
player.
Oblivion experience possible. We've
Elder
worked with
Scroll
Bethesda
Online
Game
different.
Studios on other projects in the
Ni
past,
single player.
so we know what makes that team and their games special.
Aku dulu kat Skyrim, aku biar PC
We
aku
wanted to
on
make the remaster more friendly to
autocraft
gamers
iron
with
ingot
modern hardware.
sampai blacksmith
This
aku naik
is
sampai level
Oblivion in its
100.
most complete form.
Biar ada autocraft.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
At least nampak okay. So far lah. And the footage looks
Those familiar
nice.
with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing.
Wow, looks so real.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death.
Oh,
before the
detail
end.
kat kapak ada style tu. Weapon detail style. Habis aku tak tahulah game macam ni still okay lagi ke tak. I mean dulu rasa macam style lah kau main first person macam ni kan. Tapi sebenarnya kan kalau main balik kan, kau main melee macam pedang kan, first person dia kan, hamba sial sebenarnya. Sebenarnya.
The tools have come a long way since then.
The original Oblivion is still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style.
I mean aku still main melee. Ada lah main archer juga kan.
Uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
Tapi game ni boleh je TPP.
A wonderful place.
Tapi TPP dia
Good
macam
for a
ikut.
visit. Or eternity.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character models and stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the world. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch.
Macam mana pakai bow?
We implemented
bow
an
senang apa?
advanced
First
real-time
person
lighting
tembak lah.
system that accurately simulates how light interacts
Ya, gambar
with the
nampak okay.
environment. This results in
Kan?
more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects.
Aku tak main
While the
original
original game
Oblivion,
had limited
tapi
dynamic shadows,
kalau dia memang
now
maintain
the entire
sama
world
macam
reacts
original
naturally to light.
Oblivion, peminat Tega dia akan
We used an incredible new lip
confirm
sync
main.
technology that
Kan,
really
peminat
enhanced
Tega
performance in our
Skyrim,
cards.
peminat Tega Morrowind, Oblivion, Bethesda. Kalau dia orang
Unreal
maintain
tools
kan, tak
helped
ada
us create the
benda
base mesh
pelik-pelik
of our
kan.
characters. From there,
Dari
our
segi
artists
story
took
apa semua
each
kan.
race individually to adapt it to the mesh, allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures. As a result, all races, including
Sebab game ni
Argonians,
memang dulu dah
Orcs,
laku
and
dah.
Khatids, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
We have access to so many modern rendering features. You'll see them in something as simple as running through a forest. Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
Game yang ada voice actor tak pernah mengecewakan. Mana ada? Banyak je yang ada voice actor mengecewakan. Apa yang tak mengecewakan?
It's gameplay.
Bukan voice actor yang buat game gempak. I mean, certain game ada lah dia tambah lagi sedap kan. Sebab suara Mamat tu buat orang teringat kat karakter tu kan.
We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
Lala semua orang main Magic.
We were able to fully recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations, where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish.
Dunia dia nampak cantik lah.
Original Oblivion
and map dia nampak cantik.
Sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions.
Weapon detail yang dia pegang yang dalam first person ni macam ukir-ukir dekat weapon kan, style tu.
You know, it's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern and engaging.
Tapi ya, gameplay dia simple je.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third person, but there was no crosshair and we felt the experience could be modernized.
Ya, kau boleh third person.
One of our
Tapi game ni, tak tahu, dulu aku main Skyrim third person dia macam so macam main je lah first person.
Now the third person perspective has all the same control you get from the first person view.
Itu dekat Skyrim lah.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched,
greetings. How goes it? How are you?
Disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Yang original tak boleh kot. Tapi Skyrim boleh, tak salah aku.
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone! We are going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Palace.
Karakter tadi bodoh saya helmet dia.
The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
Lari!
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are
yang original tak ada sprint.
In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch. And that has a huge impact from the very beginning.
Original Oblivion tak ada sprint.
Every single updated or new feature was implemented
baru
with the player
hebat
in mind.
ada sprint.
It all comes down to what makes Oblivion Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great. How's it go again?
Like lockpicking. You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Skyrim punya lockpick aku suka.
Returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on.
You will instantly feel at home. It just feels better. We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same incredible adventure in the same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting?
I mean, itu memang style Bethesda.
Oblivion is a core
Bethesda,
part
BioWare,
of the
dua game yang
story
muka karakter
of
memang gampang.
Bethesda Game Studios.
None of what we're surrounded by
Sebelum
right now
zaman
would
WoW.
be here if
And
we
dari zaman
hadn't
dulu.
made that game.
Bethesda,
and if it hadn't
BioWare.
been the success that it
Dua
was.
game, muka karakter
The
mesti
effort that we
gampang.
put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it.
Wow,
It's a
kotak.
privilege.
Apa?
And now,
PC game yang ada
to help
kotak.
introduce this game
Stylo kan.
to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster,
Dulu
they're
PC
gonna
game
be
kotak lagi
shocked at
besar
just
baik
how
daripada
good the game looks.
bekas CD game PS.
Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something.
Tapi kalau dia
And
sama macam
that's-
Skyrim,
that's
Skyrim armor banyak cantik juga.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but
And
it's
diorang
better
terpaksa buat armor
somehow.
cantik
Like,
supaya
it's
kau
an
cover muka dia orang,
intangible thing, but
muka
it's
karakter yang buruk.
It's new, it's fun, like it's
Kena buat
exciting
full
again.
armor set, tutup semua.
But it's ultimately the same game. There was a lot of respect for what was before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
From all of us at Bethesda Game Studios,
And Virtuous.
we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this
Tadi apa
remaster
Virtuous
and
lah
bring
kira
it to a
company yang
new
tolong
generation
remaster
of
ni.
players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait.
Release now, today.
The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion remaster will be available today.
Oh, betul sial. Alright guys, donate please. Untuk stream Oblivion.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Jom, kita pergi bunuh rusa, bunuh kambing. Bunuh ketam, masak lemak.
These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours.
Serius tu?
Of my life.
Aku tak tahu kenapa. Macam Ian McKellen sel. Macam Gandalf sel.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which
Ian McKellen bukan Gandalf Gandalf kan?
This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
Okey lah, aku tak pernah main Oblivion. Oh no, pakcik tadi mati. Shit. Pakcik suara gempak tadi mati. Aku tak pernah main Oblivion. Pling, tak tahu lah. Aku pernah main Skyrim. Jap, asal bunyi macam lagu Pirate Caribbean. So what the fuck? Korang tak rasa bunyi macam lagu Pirate Caribbean tadi?
Here you must find your own path. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Available today. Remastered. Tu ada PS, Xbox, Game Pass free. Game Pass free ya kot? Tak tahu lah. Stay tuned for special gameplay stream. Boleh? Cuba aku check kat PS. Tak tahu, dia dah betul-betul available. Dia kadang-kadang kata today tapi today tu mungkin lagi sejam atau sekarang terus. Nak tengok? Tengok je lah kot kan. Lepak tengok. Very cool. Very interesting.